Wireless Bluetooth headphones currently are all the rage with some incredible products out there, and this is the latest to join them. These are the Huawei Freebuds 3. I've been using them for a couple of days now, so in this video what I want to do is share with you my honest review, having spent time with them. What are they like? What do they like to use? What do I think about them? And I'll also be talking about how they stack up against some of the competitors in this video review here on EMKWAN Reviews. So here they are, the Huawei Freebuds 3. Now before I start talking to you about my time with them, let me just show you what you get inside the box. You're gonna get a box inside another one, and then inside there you're gonna find your Freebuds 3. You'll also find some documentation buried underneath. Now it's really nice to see that Huawei have included a USB-C cable. It just makes life a lot more easier. So let's take a closer look at the case. So this is the case, it's a round case, so quite different from a lot of the other cases that come in a square or rectangle shape on the market. They come in two colors. You can pick these up either in a white or a black. Both of them have this glossy kind of finish and feel. I opted for the black just because they look a little different. And then you have this Huawei logo on the hinge area, and that is actually the back of the Freebuds 3 case, because if you open it this way, that's how you get to your Freebuds 3. There is also a button on the side. Now that button you have to press and hold to essentially sync it up via Bluetooth with your smartphone or device. So since we're on the subject of design, I can't go any further without addressing the obvious, because the comments are going to be full related to how the Freebuds 3 look incredibly similar to something else which is on the market. And I have to agree with you. This is something that really confused me about the Freebuds 3, because as you're about to find out, they're actually quite good, but when it comes to design, they look incredibly similar to something else. And I really don't know why Huawei have done this. I've been covering Huawei for a while. They create some incredible products with some really unique designs. Why they decided not to implement some of those cool designs in this product, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. As far as in-ear fit is concerned with the Freebuds 3, unfortunately, I'm one of those people where they don't seem to stay in. So as far as fitting them in is concerned, no problems there. Light work in terms of, like walking or a bit of desk work, no issues whatsoever. But the moment I do the head turn like this, they'll pop right out. So for me, unfortunately, I haven't been able to use them with the gym or with anything extensive like that. And that's something which, would have been nice to see. The Freebuds 3 coming with some kind of customization like rubber tips that would allow them to work in more people's ears and fit more comfortably. So as far as connecting is concerned, they connect really easily with any device. This is a Huawei P30 Pro, so all you need to do is simply open the lid, press the side button, go into Bluetooth within the settings, and the Freebuds 3 will connect in that way. Now, if you're fortunate enough to be running EMUI 10, that step is made even more easier, because the first time all you need to do is open the lid and they will automatically show up over here, and you can connect them in that way. So the all-important question about sound quality. What do they sound like? Well, this is something that really surprised me, because for the most part, the sound quality on the Freebuds 3 is actually very good. There are a couple of reasons for this, because number one, Huawei have included a 14mm driver in each of the Freebuds 3 with a bass tube. So for the most part, the sound is actually very good. You're getting a powerful and rich mid-range sound, and instrumentals and vocals come across really very good. So that's something to be aware of. There are two things though. Number one, the fact that it has the bass tube in there, the bass still sounds a little underwhelming. If I was to compare them with the AirPods 2 or the original AirPods, I find that the bass on those is actually better than the Freebuds 3, which is a little disappointing. But one of the things generally about the Freebuds 3 is the fact that they have ANC, or active noise cancellation. So overall, if I was to compare the sound quality on the Freebuds 3 with the AirPods 2 or the original AirPods, I would say that these actually sound better than those two. And that's because that ANC gives you another level of sound immersive experience that sound better for overall music. Now, the ANC is interesting because ANC, if you compare that with something like the AirPods Pro, which also has ANC, they don't sound as immersive as the AirPods Pro, and the reason for that is the fact that these don't have that complete seal in the way that the AirPods Pro or other headphones that have that seal are able to offer with ANC. So you still get a lot of sound seeping through, but I think for most people, and in most case scenarios, like being out and about in a public place, a loud place or a loud office around other people, the sound quality with the ANC turned on will give you a better sound experience than a lot of other headphones out there. Incidentally, to turn on ANC or off, you simply double tap on the left hand side, or you can do that via the app on one of your Huawei devices. One of the things that I have to mention, which really surprised me about the Freebuds 3, is when it comes to call quality, because there are two things that make call quality on this really good. There's actually a bone sensor in the stalk itself, and that combines with the microphone, and the two of them work really well together to drown out a lot of the noise, particularly wind noise. And I've been testing that out here because over the last couple of days we've been getting rain and wind here in Abu Dhabi, and on calls, one of the feedbacks that I've got from people who are listening to me, they've said that I sound incredibly clear. The battery on the Freebuds 3 is actually what you would expect from something like this. So I was getting about 3.5 to 4 hours depending on what I was doing with the Freebuds 3, and then an additional 20 or so hours with the Freebuds 3 case. Now, what is interesting is that the chip inside the Freebuds 3 is actually the Kirin A1 chip. One of the functions of that is to actually help improve on the power consumption, particularly when it comes to Bluetooth power consumption. So I think for the most part, they will do a good job. Now, as far as charging is concerned, you'll be happy to know that these do come as a wireless charging case. So if you've got a wireless charging mat, you can pop them right on top of there. It's really easy to do. And if you've got a device like the Huawei P30 Pro with reverse wireless charging, you just pop it on the back with the logo facing up, and it will start charging it that way as well. Now, in terms of wireless charging, it is a slow wireless charging. So I was getting, I don't know, about 30 to 40% in about half an hour or so. But if you really need the juice quickly, you can just plug them in with the USB-C, and in about half an hour, you should get between 80 to 70% charge, which is pretty fast. So one last thing that I want to talk about is the range, and I found the range to be very good on these. We've got quite a large apartment here in Abu Dhabi. So leaving the P30 Pro in the living room, coming over to the studio, I found the connectivity to still be strong and the audio quality to still be at that good quality. So that's something that I was quite pleasantly surprised about. So in summary, what do I think about the Freebuds 3? We're looking for something with this open ear design that has active noise cancellation. The Freebuds 3 are gonna appeal to you, particularly if you're an Android user, you have a Huawei smartphone, because these, from a sound quality perspective and a functionality like active noise cancellation in this format, are gonna be an advantage over the AirPods 2 or the original AirPods. It's really important to make sure that they fit in your ears. If you're someone like me that struggles with this kind of design, you're gonna probably want to consider something that has a much better seal, an option to customize it so that you get a more complete fit for the gym work, for the everyday sort of scenarios that you might need your headphones to stay in, and also for active noise cancellation. But if these will fit in your ears, you have an Android device, ANC is important to you, then it's worth considering these, because I think for the price point as well, they do offer a lot. Talking of price, in this part of the world, you'll be able to pre-order these from the 14th of November. They will set you back 650 dirhams, round about $200. But I'd love to know in the comment section down below what you guys think. So take this opportunity, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you're new around here, you've enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and do check out some of the other videos that I have here on my YouTube channel. That's it from me for now. I'm EMKWAN with the Freebuds 3. I'll see you in the next video. Peace and blessings.